Welcome to Real Transformers, where we're exploring the real estate sector in this part. I'm your real estate explorer. My name is Lani Stevens. And on this edition, we are exploring Evermac Group. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Real Transformers, Dr. Israel.
Thank you very much.
Ibrahim. As I was walking up the stairs, I saw the words on the wall: grit, perseverance, sacrifice. And as I walked up, I said to myself, this actually tells your story. And I'm not sure many people who walk by that steps know this, but I know that your real estate journey started far longer than many people that I know in the business. You started from an undergraduate, helping other students find rooms and, where to stay in school. How did that all start? Why did you start then?
It's always a story I always love to tell. I can remember back then when I was in my finance. So I actually started when I was in my finance. I've always wanted to do something. I've always had this responsibility trait. So I've always wanted to do something because I'm tired of calling home, daddy send money, and for this and that. So I always wanted to find something doing. So back then I have a lot of people always making demands, like freshers always making demand for hostels, accommodations and stuff. It's like, wow, what am I doing? So from there, that's why I was able to actually opted into rental real estate then. So I help them secure their houses, secure their hostels, and also I do paintings for them. I paint
like
for them.
The house.
I paint the house for them. So just to keep something. Before I fell in love with this, what I'm doing. Seeing them moving into the house. Thank you. I like the painting. I like the color. From there I started. Oh, I love this. I love doing this. I love people giving me great feedbacks of what I'm doing. So that's how the journey started. And immediately after the uni, also that's why we continue from where we started in the uni. So that's why we are here today. So
have you always thought, while you were back in school, did you think that when I graduate, I will, go fully into this, or it was just something you were doing?
Yeah, when I was in school, but seriously, I never had a plan. I'm going to actually go deeply into real estate like this. My plan was that I know I can't really do 9-to-5 job for a very long time. And I just do it maybe just for some time to gather capital. I'm a business person. I'm a person that actually want to express myself. I have a lot of ideas that people might not, maybe people I'm working for might not be able to actually phantom. The next idea, the next move I want to take. I love exploring. So that's as a matter of fact, that's why my people working for me, I give them chance to actually explore themselves. Because people find a place where they can actually explore themselves, they find like a cage. So I let them fly like birds to actually explore the kind of ideas they have within themselves. That is why we've been able, as a company, to actually get to where we are today very fast and very quick. Because we let the young talented people to actually show and express themselves in whichever way they can actually perform best in their capacity.
Talking about, growing very fast and quick, how easy was it for you? Because I imagine that in 3 years, you have done so many things, so many amazing things across, the city, across the country, and, you started moving around the world, spreading your tentacles. But I don't imagine that it is that easy. But let's go back to the beginning, because I know that after your university, NYSC, you had to, find your path in Lagos, before you now, give me a bit of that journey.
I came to Lagos for the very first time for excursion to come and explore the beach. So I came with a lot of colleagues to come and check the beach. That was my first time of coming to Lagos. And then I couldn't move around, but it was just from my hometown to the beach. So my second time of coming to Lagos for business, I came in for a real estate business.
Right.
Because that was around, I think, late 2015. So I came for business. So how was I able to come about this business? So I have a friend that reached out to me and said, hey, Kunle, I have someone that actually want to buy a house, that the person is coming from Benin. What's up? Can you help this person to sort it out? And sincerely, I don't know anywhere in Lagos. as at then. Anywhere I don't know in Lagos. And I have no one in Lagos. So I reached out to one of my friends that we went to school together in 2011. It's been a very long time, my whole time frame. And I told him, hey buddy, I have a business to actually strike in Lagos. Can I actually quickly come and sleep over in your place and actually get this place for the person? And then I was actually in the career with a friend of mine. I was squatting with him back then. I was just squatting with him. I left because immediately I finished university, I couldn't go back. I can't go back home as a first. What would I want to be doing? Washing plates in the house? Nothing. So I have to rush down to with a friend, squatting with him, at least looking for how life could be better for me. So from there, that was my first time I came to Lagos through that transaction. It was through that transaction I came to Lagos and I never went back home. I never went back to where I left in a Ekiti, where I was squatting my friend. So I just said, I spoke to my friend. So the day I actually came to pool in Lagos didn't actually go through. I spent all the last card I came. So I showed the person around, okay. I will get back to you. He never got back to me. So that's why I stayed in Lagos with my friend. We started going out together and to do odd jobs. And that's I think my first job I ever got in Lagos was to work as a Abai Jebu attendant under Bridge Mile 12. Under Mile 12. I see, anytime I pass through Mile 12, I just shake my head. Everything's just like yesterday,
Yeah.
It happens just within a twinkle of an eye.
All because you're determined you were not going back to where you came from.
Yes, I need to make it. So because I was so determined, someone that is always optimistic. I have this optimistic nature.
Yeah.
That things is actually going to work out. So, and then of course, it's worked out.
So you got a job in a real estate company after your Baba Jebu adventure.
Yeah, because then I was really networking with a lot of people in the field of the real estate. I was really in touch with a lot of them. So I was really trained. They put me through a lot of training. So, and when the chance came, so I got an offer to come work in a real estate firm. Though the pay was very penny, but I find it a very good joy. I find a very good joy, a very good opportunity to work in a real estate firm. I never even care about the pay because as I was getting 25,000 naira monthly. I never even care. My friend was telling me, you are working in Lekki and you are collecting 25,000. All the old money is not even up to money for TFE. But I told them they shouldn't worry because I love what I'm doing. So that was where my working area was, where I was able to learn a whole lot. So it was actually the experience actually paid off. Combination of learning from the best in the industry.
So at what point did you decide you are ready to now go alone and do this?
When I realized I'm ready to actually go alone, I won't lie to you, within a very short time, after a very long time in the business, working with other companies, I made a lot of money. So I realized that no, this whole money can't just go like that. Because I'm someone I'm always forward thinking. I realized that okay, I can do this. So let me get this started, and then that is how we started this. 2019. Yeah, we started this 2019, and here we are. I think this is going to be our 4th year of we being in the business. 2019, and then we kickstarted. Late 2019, we kickstarted, and then that's how we've been here today. That's same 2019 that the thing just happened as well. Money came after suffering a long time, so we realized that okay, we have to just really put the money back into the business because I'm someone that really like recycling. I studied economics in school, so I believe in the principle of recycling. So I realized that I need to keep the money back rolling. I have someone that actually makes more than me then. I think what the person did was actually to buy a car. The guy bought a Mozu Camry, moved to Ajah, then moved to the Highland. Then, moved to the Highland. Then now, he's still living the average life. But instead of me doing that, I will have do that with him also. He's a very close pal of mine. I have to realize that no, I have to put this money back into a business that I'm actually going to be managing myself. That is how brought about. That's what brought about Evermark Homes. And now it's no more only Evermark Homes, it's an Evermark group.
Yes.
It's a group of company.
Yes.
So because I believe in the principle of recycling.
I have heard sacrifice you made. I mean, instead of, going to enjoy the whatever millions you made as your commission, you decided, you know what, I'm going to put it. But as a starter in the real estate business, what are the things that, so if you were talking to me as a mentee that wants to get into the business, what are the critical things I must have in mind as I start?
So I think I've gotten this question a lot of times. So a lot of people actually want to get into the business. So I tell them, if I tell you it's easy, I'm lying. And what I should tell them is, your first 1 year, nobody will believe in you. Even including your parents, nobody will believe in you. Talk less of your close pal. Talk less of people very close to you that you actually really highly esteem and trust and respect a lot. None of them will actually believe or trust in you in your first year. So your first year, that is why you need to be well trained. You need to be well experienced. That's why I said real estate is not for the inexperienced. If any inexperienced person rush into real estate business, they will rush out. They won't be productive. I hope you understand. So I've got a lot of experience, of over 2 years experience, working from different kind of firm. I've been through the pain. I've seen how things are done. I've seen that when the company comes in pain. I've seen where they've done some mistakes in decision making. I've learned a lot. So me myself started my own. I won't want to repeat the same mistake. So I've really learned a lot. So I could remember when I started, my people that are highly esteemed, people that I believe that if I start anything, anytime they will believe and support me. None of them actually supports me. None of them actually trust, because it's just like you trusting a new fresh graduate doctor to come and do surgery for you. You have a trust in the person, and I can't blame them. It was until the second year people now start getting to trust our brand. When they see that we are productive, that we've delivered on our first project, they now start to have a choice of interest. A choice of interest. I'm like, okay, let's support him. I think he's doing well, because they want us to actually deliver something before they could actually believe. So that's how I started. I tell them, your first 1 year is going to be only you and only you alone. Even though your mom won't come to help you, only God, only you and God for your first 1 year. And then our own first 1 year, we're able to just only put through because we're waiting. It was just me and one staff of mine that actually sold throughout the whole year. I was the marketer, I was the everything, I was the inspection officer, doing everything all myself, with the passion. And then God really helped us to actually pull through. The major thing, once you can escape your first 1 year, you're productive, so you escape the remaining years.
And I suppose that also means that in that first year, just as you did with your major commission, which led to Evermark Homes, in that first year, you were more committed and focused on making sure that the people who have trusted you get value for their money.
Exactly. Even though, as a matter of fact, we in the first 1 year, we made a lot of sacrifice. Even though our profit that we get, we have to put it back into the business. All the money we have, we got throughout the whole year, we have to put it back into the business to make sure the business actually booms. See, now we are still repeating the same process. You can't say, okay, you've made a lot of money now, you're carrying it to somewhere. No, you have to deliver what you started. A whole lot of projects we are seeing embarking on, even though inflation has actually cut off our profit away beyond 100%. We have a project that we've done that inflation has actually cut off even up to 175%. Inflation has actually cut off our profit. But what we have to still deliver because of the company name and integrity. We can't say, we've made no profit, so you client people, we can't do this, we can't deliver to you. They've entrusted us. Because our motto said, a name you can't trust. Everyone come, a name you can't trust. So a lot of people actually trusted us with their money. We have to really deliver. We have to really deliver by all means.
Which brings me to the question of the economy. So, and this is a question that I marvel at, because I know that for most real estate companies that do this business in the off-plan model, with the off-plan model, you have already set the price. Some people, or maybe a lot of people, have paid, and then inflation starts doing the magic. Economy starts doing his reggae dance. How do you manage to cope? Especially because you can't go back to them after they've paid to say the price has changed, right?
Yeah, because the truth of the matter is most clients don't understand. When you go back to them, that okay, your price actually increased, they won't understand. they'll be like, oh no, I already paid, we already did the contract. Before you know, their lawyer will start sending letters. Lawyers are very good at sending letters. You know, they are less concerned. Once they sign a contract, they believe you have to just deliver. Even though you use your profit, you will go and borrow money to deliver. That is just to do that. So, and then I won't lie to you, a lot of all real estate companies in Nigeria is actually being affected by the real estate economy, because we realize that our profit starts dropping from 100%, it dropped up to 0.17%.
Wow.
Last year on several projects that was sold off plan. A lot of housing projects that was sold off plan. So the profit actually dropped to up to negative of 17%.
Wow.
Last year. So we have, I think the major thing, that's why a lot of companies, we realize, a lot of companies actually stop sales of houses because of the massive and drastic price increase in building materials. So that's why, as a matter of fact, we have actually stopped sales on all houses. That is the best strategy. Stop sales. Let's see what the price is actually going to land on. Then we'll take it up from there. So instead of because client doesn't want us coming back to them to ask for more money, it is the latecomers that will pay for the pricing, for the margins. The latecomers that they will be the one to pay. Because anything in Nigeria, any price that goes up will never come down. So most of our vendors and associations of building materials, they use this inflation rate to actually take advantage of increasing prices. Even when the prices of them diesel and everything that they are using to produce all of these raw materials for construction, they will never increase or drop their price.
How about government interventions or regulatory interventions, that is? How are you able to cope? Because someone told me recently that there's just multiplicity of regulatory authorities or agencies, almost doing the same things, but you have to deal with all of them anyway.
Yeah.
Is that a big challenge, though?
It's really a challenge, Lagos State, Nigeria. Lagos is a city. It's just like a New York of Nigeria. Lagos City, you have a lot of regulatory bodies. You have town planning, building approval, LAPSCA, LASERA, a whole lot of them. You have to make sure you are registered with them. A lot of registration here and there. Everything has to be done in line and according to Lagos State policies. And all these things are not free. You have to pay money. It's not easy. And also, as regarding the policies to some extent, I would say it's not easy to actually meet up with. The policy of Lagos State in construction and building is not really easy. And then we have a lot of challenges in terms of documentation. And then, as a matter of fact, recently we realized that there's another additional increase in documentation, in purchase, in buying land from the government. The price has actually doubled. The price has doubled now. Things that you can actually get for 100 million now, I think it's 300 million.
Wow.
From the government. So the price surge is actually very crazy. It's now the survival of the fittest. So the economy of the Nigerian real estate is now very hard for newcomers to come in. Any newcomer that actually want to come in to play big is going to be very hard. You have to have a bank as a pillar. So it is very hard for newcomers to actually really come in to play big in the real estate industry, in the now and in the current real estate game.
So what would you advise? Start as a developer or start as a realtor?
It depends on each and everyone's choice, and because the major thing is, it depends on, let me just put it this way, it depends on the headache you can carry. Because I will tell you, out of the 365 days, every real estate developer, they hardly have a fresh and a very good day of 50 days out of the whole year. You always see something that actually spoil your mood. You might just see a client's message, maybe when you are about to sleep, a client message, my door just broke now. You people are not trustworthy. I trusted with my hand-earned money, and the door, I just used it for a year. I just need my door, and then the door broke. See, my town is already stained. A lot of flimsy, excuse me, why my town stained like this? No, it's supposed to be waterproof. Very funny stuff from clients. Very funny stuff from clients. There are some clients, they might subscribe for 18 months. After initial deposit, they will just disappear. Maybe The 20th month, they will just appear. As a matter of fact, before then, will have terminated their contract. And they will say they want, without even informing the company, they will just pay. And the next thing, they will start sending lawyers. That is the house ready. Imagine someone that wanted to buy a house of 80 million naira and deposited 5 million naira. And after the 13th month is now coming back. I'm paying money into the company account. Even after terminating his contract, they will ignore as if they didn't see it. That is when they will say their email had issues. That they didn't receive any email from the company. I hope you understand. So they now come back the 13th month, they will just go to the account and pay, and then they will just send their lawyer the second day that they came to collect key. They just expect us to just print out the house and just hand it over to them. So a lot of old funny stuff that actually give us headache.
Wow.
A lot of headache, a lot of on a daily basis. So out of the 365 days we hardly have. So any developer you see, just hug them and shake them. It's not easy. It's not easy doing real estate in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Even also securing loan also. The process, you have to know who before your bank can even give you facilities. Unlike other countries where the government where the system are really being fixed, the bank can give you money conveniently without needing you to actually bribe your way into even get loan.
So it depends on how much you can take, how much fire you can take.
How much you can take. That's going to determine how long and how far and how quick you will grow. How much headache you can take. If you know that you are someone I don't like wahala, just be on your lane. Just be a realtor. But you know you can take the heat. Because most people, what they see is just the luxury. This person is driving this big car. No, he's really enjoying. See him.
His suit is pen.
Yeah, the suit is pen. What they only see is the Instagram pictures. They don't know maybe what time you are sleeping. They don't know what worry you are going through. They don't know where you are doing meetings. Most time, when you know it is just compelling, just for your social media platform to be active. Most time I might be in a serious meeting, in a serious heart-breaking meeting with some clients, and then my social media team will be posting on the social media. They'll be like, wow, this man is really enjoying me currently, that I'm currently on a hot seat somewhere else. A lot of people are actually
collecting baskets.
Yes. So a lot of people are actually wishing for the life, but they can't actually go through the pain.
They can't put on the pain.
They can't put in the pain. They can't go through the pain. So that's why I used to tell people, know what you wish for. Be very careful. Don't just say, God, just make, because most people, they pray, go to mountain. I want to be like so person. I just want to his lifestyle. Just copy and paste. What about you? Can you take the hits this person is taking?
And it seems to me that being trustworthy is hard work on its own.
It's hard work on its own. So, building a name, it's very easy. But maintaining the name is where the hard work is coming. Because a very good name, a very respected name are what a lot of bashes will come to, a lot of negativities will come to. So you have to keep defending that name. Managing the name, managing your integrity is the most expensive thing to actually deal with. Very expensive.
Wow.
It's very expensive. And also on the series of Omonile, the truth of the matter is, even though throughout from on the 20th or from on the 18th of December, I've been dealing with a lot of series of issues on land matters, unexpectedly. I've been to IG, I've been to a lot of people on how to help us sort out a particular land issue somewhere. Even though when people were saying Happy New Year, I was in a conference meeting with the IG.
You were trying to kill a fire.
Yes, I was trying to quench a fire. Why some people are saying out in Happy New Year? Even though when they create Christmas here, my brother, my brain was not settled. Till now, thank God the issue has been really getting sorted. But my new year, I was sorting it. I was in a crisis, making sure my clients' investment are secure. They are not aware. The reason why we are trusted with that is that they know that we will take care of all challenges that come against their property. That is why we are there. That is why we are Evermarket. That is why the name is a name you can trust. The motto is a name you can trust. So everything has been said to the clients. When they are getting the ROI, they won't know the fire.
Yes.
That the project has actually gone through.
Yes. And that brings me, you've done, at least I know about 4 or 5 projects that you've done, and I know that you've done much more than that. Can you remember your first project? How tough was it?
My first project, I think my first project was the name is Skyberry Estate in Bejuleki. It was in Bejuleki. My first project, let me just say, I myself personally, I sold 50% of the estate myself because nobody believed in us. So because when I started the business, I just know that this business, I'm going to do it. It's just me and God for the first 1 year. And then the truth of the matter is, the first 1 year we did so wonderful. Though our turnover was so small, but we were proud of it. It was so small, but we were so proud of it that we could scale through the 1 year. I can remember our first month. I think our first month turnover was, I think we made 300K. And our very first one we started. But we closed the year with over 50 million naira turnover. We were so glad that, so we could do this. So the next year we could do more. And then before you know, when you believe in yourself and people see the passion, they see the result, they will join. And then from the second year, we see a lot of people that actually join the dream. And then before you know, the network actually skyrocket the dream, the whole project. So our first project is in Skyberry, but they say they sit there well and find well secured. We already have some clients already building on it already. And their project is secure.
Right now, I'd like to just say thank you,
thank you
for sitting with me and telling us your story and inspiring us.
Thank you.
Inspiring us with your story, and we thank you,
Thank you
for your work in the real estate sector.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's our program for today. We've been talking with Dr. Israel Adekunle Ibrahim. He is the real transformer in all its ramifications. We've talked about all the amazing things he has done in the short time that he's been on the real estate field and how much transformation he has brought. But what I'm taking away from this show today, from my conversations with him today, is grit, determination, and preparedness. You need to prepare. And like he said, you have to determine how much heat you can take. If you want to play in this sector, you have to determine how much heat you can take, whether as a realtor, a developer, or whatever else. Next week, we'll be journeying to Ekpe to see for ourselves the amazing things he's doing at Ekpe with his Dukia Africa project. Till I come your way again next week, this is Real Transformers, and I am Lani Stevens. See you then.